And welcome to Chart of the Day Cafe for Tuesday, April 19th, 2016. Just going to read our disclaimer quickly. Trading stocks has a high level of risk and viewers should complete their own due diligence on any stock or underlying that they intend to own. 100% of the content of this video and communique is intended for journalistic and educational purposes only. This video and all indicators, strategies, and articles herein should not be construed as investment advice. So we always start our videos off with a look at the Russell Index, and for that we're using the IWM, which is the ETF that represents the Russell 2000, looking at it on a 5-year monthly time frame, paying particular attention to the blue channel that the Russell traded in through all of 2014, thinking that this channel is pretty important, so we're paying attention to it over here where we are right here, right now. Here is the candle shaping up so far for the month of April, so as we've been talking about in our latest videos, will the candle for April complement March, that bullish candle from March? And sure enough, it is so far. So here's the look. Price action continues to be positive. So with that, let me pull it into a smaller time frame so we can take a better look. We had this green circle indicated on our chart for the gap fill on the IWM, and that gap has now been filled. The action yesterday was bullish. You could sort of identify this smaller area of support. I'm filming this at about 9 o'clock on Tuesday morning. The futures are trading positive, so that price strength continues. We flagged a couple of charts last week that I think are really important to, so I'll reiterate them. The first one is XLF. We talked about the financials, perhaps breaking out of this larger wedge here at this very important area of support on the long-term chart. It's giving us that sort of bullish look. And my thinking being, if the financials start to break out here and have some strength to them, perhaps the financials will be a sector that you might look to as rotating into. So both the financials and the transports look particularly strong to me. The other chart that I thought was well worth taking a look at was EWJ, which is Japan. I always like to look at things in context and in a global context. I think it's really important to see what's happening around the world. So I look at Japan, I look at Germany, I look at Canada, where I'm from, and this one in particular looks pretty perky. I noticed that in trading this morning in the futures, the Nikkei is trading very positively. I think it's up over 3%. So it looks like Japan wants to break out of this wedge here, which may have positive implications for North American markets as well. So with that, let me leave you with a past Chart of the Day Cafe pick that I think looks interesting in this area. It's Scott's Miracle-Gro. This is the 1-year daily chart. We put it out to our viewers down here at this area of support. It is now coming into another area here where I see support coming in. You know, at Chart of the Day Cafe, it's all about price being up and over that blue line. So I'm going to pull it into a smaller time frame so you can better see on this 3-month. It looks as though Scott's Miracle-Gro might want to lift here. It still has a nice value score, over 1, which is my metric. It needs to be over 1, and it pays a nice dividend. So Scott's Miracle-Gro might be one to take a look at. Always for your further research, never making any recommendations whatsoever, but giving you the heads up on great looking charts with both value and growth in them. Thanks very much for watching. Have a great rest of the week, and we'll put another video out on Thursday.